Life of a Chick-fil-A employee.
I worked at Chick-fil-A and I hated every moment, bro. Now, in my 3 years of being a Brick-fil-A employee, I feel like I didn't seen it all. Like one day I could be walking into work, you feel me? I've been at school all day learning about plate tectonics. Like my day is already on some bullshit. And a nigga could come in asking, do we have a McDouble or some shit like that? Like stuff like that would happen way too much. Now,
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't deal with this too much because I worked at Raising Cane's while I was in high school, and our menu was relatively simple. If you go to Raising Cane's and don't know what you want, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Like, twins, it's three things on the menu. You feel me? Chicken, fries, and toast, bro. How much do you want? That's the whole Raising Cane's menu, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. At Chick-fil-A, they do have a lot of options, but I just be sticking to the same thing every time I go there. I don't understand people who want to go to their favorite fast food restaurant and just be like trying something new that's already been on the menu. So you already know what you like. Go over reliable. Because if you get something that you don't like, haven't tried yet, and then you end up not liking it, you're going to be mad that you wasted your money. You feel what I'm saying?
I wasn't the best employee. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wasn't the best employee. Like sometimes I clock in and start making beverages. Shit start moving like that one episode of Drake and Josh. Like I don't know, it was too fast. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just slow. I had a lot of slow moments at that job. Regardless, the tomfoolery will always find me. Like one day I'm in the drive-thru, right? 80-degree weather, pit sweating. Here Unc-ass come in a beat-up truck, bumping that Boosie badass. He pull in.
What's good, nephew? What's up, man? What can I get for you? Well, hold on. Let me look. Shit, let me get the number.
This will get on my nerves too. And I can't lie, I'm not even gonna act like I haven't been this customer. But why have you going through the entire line? You drove to the place and you haven't thought about one time what you want to eat. You waited till you got here to think about what you wanted to eat, twin. Like, are we being for real? Not only did you wait till you got here to think about what you wanted to eat, you waited till you got to me, who would at that time have been, you know, the person taking your order to think about what you want to eat, bruh. You feel me? For fast food. Now, restaurants, sit-down restaurants, I completely understand, you feel me? Completely different type of dining experience. For a fast food, twin, you don't wait till you get to the person taking your order and being like, huh, what's good here? What's good here? Man, if you don't go somewhere else with that, twin.
Well, I can't get that. Well, let me get, no. Nope, I can't go for no salad right now. Hey, what's good here, nephew? What's good? I always go for the spicy deluxe. Oh, for real? Well, then, nah, I can't do that either. Hold on, let me look right here. Shit.
I ain't mad at you asking me, you feel me, like, what I recommend on the menu. But don't ask me what I recommend on the menu just for you to not take any of my recommendations and go back to what you was going to order anyway. At that point, what was the point? Did you want to just know for your own knowledge to tell somebody else? Like, bro, genuinely, what was the point in you asking me what I recommend if you did not want the recommendation?
Yeah, let me get the number one. All right, now what y'all want?
Like, bro, shit like that will happen all the time. Way too much. But look, though, let me tell y'all how I got myself into this predicament, right? Some of y'all may know my dad bamboozled me into working at Chick-fil-A. Don't ask me how it happened. I got the job, but there are some things I didn't know. So when you apply for Chick-fil-A, right, there are 3 positions you can go for. There's front of house, which is serving the food, taking orders, drive through, all that, right? There's back of house, which is cooking the food, preparing the food, packaging, all that. And then there's delivery, which is just that. And I
ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, when I was at Cane's, I did both. I used to, when I first started, I was at the window taking orders, giving out people's orders, stuff like that. And in the end, I ended up being what people who work at Cane's would know as a bird specialist, meaning I just cook chicken every day. And me personally, bruh, I don't know, it's just because, like, my personality is more filtered to not interact with that many people, bruh. But I enjoyed working in the back way more, even though it was 10 times harder in terms of like what we were actually doing. I would much rather work in the kitchen at a fast food restaurant any day.
applied for the front of house position, bro. Now, I didn't know that Brick-fil-A be hiring mostly women in the front. Now, you may be thinking like, oh, Miles, what's wrong with that, nigga? Put me around the hose. I'm cracking at least 5 of them. Bro, slow down. Okay, I didn't know that Chick-fil-A usually puts the girls in the front and the boys in the back. Like, you may have a couple dudes in the front or some antisocial girls in the back, but it's like an unwritten rule. Of course, I'm not knowing none of this while applying. I'm looking at the application, I'm like, shit, nigga, you can get this turkey sandwich or the spaghetti kick cuisine meal, but outside of that, nigga, I cannot cook. So I picked front of house. There wasn't much thought to it. I'm thinking I can talk better than I can cook some shit. First horrible mistake. They don't require any cooking experience to work in the back. I fucked up.
Oh yeah, facts. I was just about to say that, twin. Like, before I worked at Cane's, bro, I was not Chef Boyardee, bro. I was not Chef Boyardee. The best I could cook was like some noodles and maybe some rice, twin. You feel me? But I promise you, it's not that hard. Especially like while I was working, all I was doing was frying chicken tenders, twin. You just pick it up and put it in the grease. That's pretty much it. That simplified a lot, but that's the base of it. That's 85% of the work.
I'm not knowing the fellas in the back chilling, listening to music, cracking jokes, making some food. I'm not knowing none of that. But look though, the Brick-fil-A tomfoolery. I signed up to be a front of house employee, and you already know what that means. My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I probably said.
Do they? Well, I know they have to train the Chick-fil-A people to say my pleasure, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I be going to Chick-fil-A and somebody say my pleasure, I low-key be getting annoyed because I don't feel like I'm having a real interaction at that point. You feel me? I'm having a predetermined one. And that goes for any fast food. Like, I was just telling my mom, bro, I hate when I go to any place of customer service and somebody's just, like, overly happy. Like, Tony, you're not that happy to be here. Don't get me wrong. I like a good, hey, how you doing? You know, it's going to be this much. That's all I need. I don't want to hear, it's a jolly good day outside. Oh, like, bro, you're not that happy. And if you are that happy, why? Why are you that happy to be here? It's never, like, as a person who's worked there, there's nothing that can happen to make you that happy to clock in to Chick-fil-A or Cane's or McDonald's, twin.
My pleasure 30% of the time, and that whole percentage was in my first week of employment. I'm sorry, I was very polite and mannerable to the guests, but the most you getting out of me is a thank you, you have a good one. Like, bro, what you want me to say, bro? I'm not saying, here y'all go. Oh, Miles, you just want to be difficult. You knew you was gonna have to say that. You just want to be difficult. You're right.
Sometimes it ain't a pleasure. And if it is, the pleasure ain't mine. Now, you know what I also shared this pleasure with? The employees, the co-workers, co-worker ads. I already told y'all, it's Burger Central. Gang, they're all bots. They're all bots. They are all bots. Straight bot lobby. There was like 3 black girls and a white nigga that I fuck with, but newsflash, we never got the same shifts. So every time I'm clocking in, it's a straight bot lobby. Like, I've had conversations with people that say that Chick-fil-A is their life, and they treat.
I don't feel like the people I work with were bots though. Like the coworkers I had, we was actually really cool. Like, we used to go hang out outside of work and all that type of stuff. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, we got some friends. I say we because me and my friends, like, I worked at Cane's and then I got my 2 best friends to work with me at Cane's. But we have a lot of friends that we still talk to this day. Like, I mean, I feel like this is luck of the draw if you're gonna get a bot lobby or not.
You crazy when they know you treat the shit like a job. Like, no, I don't want to stay 30 minutes after I'm off to chat with the closing shift. But like, bro, y'all got me fucked up. But let's move forward to the shifts. Let's talk about the shifts a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, when I got there, I was a 3-hour shift demon. There's no shame in my game. I would go to school, go home, change, go to work at 5, come back at 8. That was my schedule. It was a good schedule for a while now. But you gotta think, once summer starts, the slave ship begins. Those 3-hour shifts turn into 6, 6 turn into 9. Before you know it, nigga, you got 3 12-hour shifts on your schedule. You'd be like, what the fuck? And don't get me started on this staying late shit, bro. You could be working a 6-hour shift, you know what I'm saying? It's like 5:30, you ready to get off. Then they spawn in a little white girl talking about her cat just died and she got to go home to tend to it. Can you cover her shift? Gang, am I supposed to say no to that? And they be having the widest smile on their.
Yes, you're supposed to say no to that. Look, well, I promote empathy, bro. At the same time, you got stuff to do in your life, twin. I'm not staying late for you, bro. I'm sorry, especially not at a shift like that, twin. I mean, if it was really bad enough, if we being realistic, they would have just let you go home. So really, if you asking me to cover your shift, stay late for your shift, it's personal reasons, bro. And I don't know, maybe this could depend on manager, but I know even for us, like in Cane's, when it was prom, like, he just gave us all off. Every high school person who worked there, he gave us all off. And that was just that. And if we wasn't coming, we wasn't coming. Maybe because if he scheduled us, we not coming. We're calling out. Like, bro, I'm not coming to work or missing my prom for $8.50 an hour, twin. I'm just not doing that.
face like I know Mr. Whiskers ain't in a pack, bro. But yes, bro, you feel like you can't say no to these people whenever they come up to you. And when you do say no, they look at you crazy when you clock in the next day. No, I don't want to stay an extra 4 hours. I'm good. Baby, you should have scheduled off. Now, y'all might be thinking like, well, okay, Miles, but what exactly did they have you doing? What was so bad about it? What was so bad about the job? Like, why you hate it so much? You just complaining, nigga. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, let's go through the position. So like I said, I was in front of house, right? So front of house consists of IPOS, which is being in the drive-thru. Not gonna lie, I felt great at this. I was great. I was a D1 employee at that. I'm not gonna lie. Then you got frontline, which is taking orders in the front. Easy enough, but you gotta make your own drinks and shit. Piles up pretty easily. There's frontline drinks, which is you making drinks for DoorDash and curbside and shit. I was good at this shit too. It was a chill ass job. Then you got serving, which is you taking the food outside to the curbside orders, whatever, cool. There's staging, which is you giving the food and drinks to the window person. Now, window was my favorite job because all you got to do is take the food and the drinks from the window, take it to the cars, and do that over and over and over again, right? Brainless, quick, and easy. My favorite type of employment. It was pretty simple. The only time the shit gets unworkable is if it's freezing cold or blazing hot. But other than that, I would always prefer to be at window. Now, listen, this is where the job got me fucked up. While I was working there, we had a dessert maker, which is just your ass planted at the ice cream machine, making all kinds of shakes, everything, right? And I was cool at making the shakes till I hit that rush, bruh. I'm not gonna lie, the slow moments start kicking in. I start spilling shit, putting the wrong shakes on the wrong orders, fucking up the frosted lemonades. I do recall one time I was on desserts and I knew I could never go back. I look at that screen and I see 9 shakes on one order, all with different flavors. Dang, no lie, I went to the bathroom, called my cousin and told her to come get me. Cause who the fuck do y'all think is making them shakes? The audacity of these people. Let's get back to the positions, bro. I'm getting tight. I'm already seeing myself getting tight. We got drive-through drinks. It was medium.
It's crazy because, like, I get it. I've been there. I have been there and been mad at not employees. I've been mad at customers for ordering a bunch of stuff. But if you really think about it, if you're a employee of a fast food establishment and you mad at people for ordering food at a fast food establishment, you really got to look at yourself in the mirror, twin. You really saying, how dare these people come to this fast food place and order food? Like that's I ain't gonna lie. You gotta take a step back and look at yourself, twin. I had to do it too. That's what it took for me to stop getting mad at customers.
Easy, but one day I was working on drinks and then the manager comes up to me. She's like, oh, you haven't started your desserts. I'm like, huh? What you mean? I'm on drinks. Oh, we don't have a dessert maker anymore. You got to make your own desserts.
Huh? Man, look, I hear you. It's funny to me too.
On everything that made that job 10 times more insufferable. Imagine you get a family with 4 large drinks and 3 shakes, and that's just one order. Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Now we move to frontline bagging, the baby sister of the worst job in the franchise. Now, bagging consists of you getting the food from the fryers and bagging them up. And you might be thinking, Miles, what you mean worst job, bro? That's so easy, bro. Just put the fries in the bag, little nigga. Stop playing with me. Listen, frontline bagging is tolerable if you have all the food, but we never did. Most of the time you waiting on the food, and then when you get it, you already in the red, customer mad as fuck, and you gotta hurry up and bag it, take it to the customer sitting down, and do all that hospitality shit. And then when it's a dine-in order, Chick-fil-A likes for you to make the food look pretty on the tray. Like everything separated and visually pleasing on the tray, right? But gang, it's a hard task when you got 4 sets of sandwiches and fries on one little ass tray. And oh wait, while you're trying to make it look pretty, you got 5 more orders on screen. You gotta get those done, son. And oh, look at the time, it's 4 o'clock. You ready for that wrestling, nigga? Like, bro, I cannot go. And gang, that's not even the worst position. The worst position by far is drive-through bagging. Now imagine frontline bagging on a pack of Roy's with a C4. It's 10 times faster. You hold on food for way longer, and everybody in that drive-through section, whether staging, drinks, or desserts, is waiting on you to finish bagging your order. Like, gang, I'm 16, bro. I just left school. I still got plate tectonics on the brain. Like, you got multiple size bags. There are limits on how much stuff you're allowed to put in a large bag. And don't forget the salads and the fruit cups. Those shits go in separate bags too. Like, bro, miss me with all that, bro. Like, what? Now, mind you, they put me on bagging a good amount when I first got there. And after a couple rushes and multiple instances where someone else will have to come help me bag to get the orders out, I told the manager, I'm like, bro, don't put me on bagging again, bro. Anything else is fine, but the bagging I can't do, bro. So what do we think management says? No, you're okay. You just need more experience with it. I'll put you on it once a shift.
Huh? Man, look, I hear you. It's funny to me too. He hits me with a hezzy move this way. I go for it. He crosses me. My shoes stay put. I go flop.
Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, all this stuff was most definitely true. I can't even cap. But what hurt most, what made me want to leave that job so much, is that I felt I was a creative person, and that job just felt so boring to me. Like, I felt like none of my creativity was being used, and I was just being forced to do something. You know what I'm saying? Which you're not forced to do nothing. I signed up for the job, but you...
Nah, facts. And I ain't gonna lie, as a person who has moved up in life now, has a different job now, fast food is like, it's a completely different feeling going to work. You feel like you're just working to make ends meet when you go to fast food, which I know a lot of people probably feel like that in their actual careers. But now actually having a job that's very, very fulfilling to me as a person, it's completely different. And it makes me think, you know, it's very common to say, like, if you get a job you like, you'll never work a day in your life. That cannot be more true. And you know what made me realize that? Fast food.
Feel me? With such an artistic mind like mine, I felt like my talents could have been used elsewhere. So when you making me sit there do tedious tasks, it just feel that much more crazy. You feel me? Because I'm thinking that I'm made for better. I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I feel like I'm made for better. So I just made the job 10 times worse. You feel me? But all that stuff was still true. Everything I said was true. I stand by it, boy. By the way, all this cap.
This shit is not real.
In case I get some papers at the door, all this cap. I'm not gonna lie. This is not Chick-fil-A. I ain't gonna lie. We love Chick-fil-A. I eat it every day. I love all y'all. We done made it, man. We taking over. I'm making bangers all year. Road to 100K. Join the Discord. Be my family. We doing a confessions video soon. Join the Made It's. We done made it.
So like you just promoing. Look, leave a like. Miles made this video. Dope creator. Look, if y'all enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment. If you worked at fast food, did you enjoy your time there? And thank you for tuning in today. See y'all next time.